Now, when I ordered my Priso Verde from you, somebody had said to me, oh, you can get them here for around that price.
Hello, Greg.
Hello.
Hi. Can you see me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes.
And you can hear me?
So
Yes.
clearly.
Very good. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank you. How about you, ma'am?
Good. I'm good, thank you.
Hi, sounds nice.
What time in there now?
Pardon?
What time
What
in
time
there?
is it now there?
It's, sorry, I'm blind here. It's 9:30
9:30
Oh.
p.m.
Now in Indonesia is nine.
Yes.
9.
Which
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
9:30 p.m. a.m. Sorry.
a.m. Yeah, and it's p.m. here.
Yes.
Yes.
We're really sorry for disturbing you. It's actually the time for sleeping for you there, right?
Pardon?
I'm really sorry for bothering you, ma'am.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's
Thank you
fine.
very much for your help.
Yes. Yes, no problem.
Actually, I'm watching your plan tour, your YouTube plan tour room. Is it the room, the same room like your plan?
Yes,
tour?
but I usually film this way.
Wow, that's great.
So, but because I'm using my computer, I'm sitting with my back to my, this is my window, which, see, some of your plants are there.
Wow, lots of beautiful plants there.
Lovely plants.
Yeah. So there's some of your plants are here.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Sorry, what's how to pronounce your name? Grain or grain?
It's no, Grania. So Grania. So
Grania.
it's, yeah, because it's an Irish name, so it doesn't sound like it's spelt. So I can actually type a phonetic, and I think I can put it. Can we message each other on here? Usually you can, can't you? Here, right now. So if I go to chat, I'll type how to pronounce it. So this is the G-R-A-W-N-Y-A. So that's kind of the phonetic spelling of it. Grania. Do you see it there?
Wait.
So if you hit chat.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, the Graunya.
Oh yeah,
Grania, yes.
Grania.
I'm with Maria. It's debate about your name. I said, great. No, it's Grainer.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I know. So my name is actually Gaelic. So we have I'm from Ireland, but I live in Canada.
Okay.
So in Ireland, we have our own language and it's called Gaelic. So my name is a Gaelic name. That's why it doesn't sound like it's spelled.
Yes, I see.
So it's not an English name.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, it's a bit different with the normally English name because English name like what they call English names? Stephanie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
yes.
It's a common
Michelle.
name.
Yes.
All those names. Yeah. No, it's like that's why even in Canada, nobody can pronounce it in Canada. So that's why I spell it that way in Canada. Otherwise, people can't pronounce it.
Because I thought in Canada is a lot the French or
yes, yeah, French. Now there's Quebec is the French province, but I live in Ontario, so Ontario is an English-speaking province.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah. But you speak French, Gronya?
No.
Oh, merci. I just know
merci.
that.
Yeah. I have to say, communicating with you has been amazing. Your English is fantastic.
No, I'm still learning.
Communication.
Yes,
communication has been. Yeah.
She's a better English, but I'm a better face.
Thank you so much. We're still learning, of course.
But I have to say, I loved your plants. They were fabulous. I did lose a few. A few of them did die, but that's, that happens in transit. So some of them did die, but some of them are beautiful. So I'm really happy with them.
Well, thank you for your understanding, because we know the shipping is there's many risks for in shipping.
shipping.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, they like, no matter how good the plants look when they get here, they are stressed from the shipping, and it's not always evident when they arrive. So a couple of days later, that's when you'll start to see some of them fail. So yeah, a few of them did die, but then others were great. So I was delighted.
But it's normal, yeah, ma'am.
It's normal. Usually, I think you got to take a look at the genus of the plant. So the alocasias, typically, I don't think they're great. So I lost, and a few of us lost alocasias. Some of them survived, some of them didn't. So it depends. Like Hoyas ship brilliantly.
Oh.
Like Hoyas are so good to ship. They're very hardy. And you'll still lose I still can lose a Hoya.
Yeah.
But the aeroids, the philodendron ship pretty good. The alocasia, this is my first time to import alocasia actually. And I didn't have luck with the alocasia, but these not the scindapsus, what did we get? Syngoniums.
Syngonium.
Which can be tricky. My syngoniums are all beautiful. They all survived.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. See, actually, this is
our second
this is our
episode
second
on YouTube.
Your second.
the first one is only him.
Oh, there you go.
We're still
So you're the
learning.
important person. You need to be here.
It's honor for us is
Yeah.
you
For having you here.
having here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you. I'm glad to help out.
we know you're already huge in YouTube, because we just a tiny started.
We are
Well,
only the new starter YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, and it takes time. I mean, my plant channel is not really that big. I have another channel which I do cooking in, and that's actually much bigger.
Really?
But I love my plant channel.
Okay.
And I actually just do it for myself. And I love to share my plants, and I love importing. It's that's my number one hobby. I love to import plants. So my channel is not that big, but I think I do have kind of, I have a devoted following in that it's not large, but the people that follow me always look out for my videos. And I think a lot of people reach out to me with regards to importing, looking for advice. Because I did a video on how to get an import permit and all that sort of stuff. So I think people tend to reach out to me with regards to importing.
Yeah, so that thing that we want to ask more from you, ma'am. Actually,
Yes.
We're gonna digging the info from you.
No problem. Go dig.
Maybe you can introduce yourself to our subscriber.
Sure.
Well, this is Gronya. What's your plants channel, Gronya? Your channel?
It's Jungle Flowers Canada. Yeah,
Jungle
Jungle
Flowers
Flowers
Canada.
Canada.
Jungle Flowers Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what do you do in your
Canada.
YouTube channel?
I obviously show a lot of my plants, and I do a lot of importing. So I do present a lot of the plants that I've imported. I like to give advice. So my channel, I kind of feel like my channel is to help other people. So I do have videos on there about how to apply for import permits, the experiences I've had with importing. Hoyas are probably my on all my other plants as well. I actually really only got into the aeroids, as in the philodendron and the scindapsus, etc. Probably in the last year and a half to 2 years, even though my first import was actually Monstera deliciosa Thai constellation, which was my actual first import.
That's your first
that was
import.
back in 2018.
2018?
18.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, and it was this size, and it's a nice big plant here behind me now. Well, it's not huge because my lighting isn't ideal, but it's doing beautifully. So that was my first plant. And then Hoyas, like I say, I loved Hoyas. Oh, have always loved Hoyas. And then now my latest pet plant are the Syngonium, which is what I got from you guys, and I love them. They're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah.
And behind the reason you love the plants? Is there any reason?
Yeah.
Specific reason?
Well, for me, unfortunately, I experienced a very traumatic event here in Canada back in 2018, which I don't really talk about because there's a legal aspect to it. So it was very distressing for me. And I found I had just started collecting plants at the time, and I found they gave me great solace. They really helped me. And when I couldn't sleep, or when I was going through a lot of anxiety, it was a safe place for me to go. And it actually, I think it was because I had to nurture them. There was something that I could nurture. And I think it really helped my mental health. So that was actually my initial entry into plants. Well, I had just started being interested in it, but that's what really brought me in. And I felt safe when I was with my plants because of the experience. The episode that I experienced was, as I said, I don't like to talk about the actual details of it, but it was very distressing, and it was like something that most people would not experience in their lives. So it was very difficult to deal with. And the plants were just wonderful. They were like a little therapist. Do you know what I mean? It was like having therapy. Yeah. So I got to take care of my plants. They just brought me so much joy, and my love has just increased and increased. And I think it's, with my husband, we laugh about it, and he said, well, at least you didn't drink. You could have been drinking. Those plants were safer. The way people get, when things happen to people, they, but plants were my safety net. And I haven't stopped. I love them, absolutely love them.
From 1980,
from 18
until now, which means
2018.
Yeah,
yes,
2018.
March 2018 was my first import. So 18, 19,
it's
so 3.5 years.
3 years.
3.5 years from my first import. And
so
4 years, yeah, ma'am.
So you believe the plants can make stress away?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They are like, if I can't sleep at night, I will get up and come down and I'll repot something, or you know what I mean? I absolutely love them. I think that with COVID, I think that it has done that for a lot of people. I think all my lights are on timers, so they're going to start popping off. I'm sorry about that. That's why I hope you can see me. Can you? Yeah. I hope you can still see me, can you? But I think with COVID, that's what got a lot of people into it. And I think it was a stress reliever. Yes. I think it was something to help with the stress. Okay, for sure.
Yeah. I agree with you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason behind you love the plant. Yes. The reason. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
The deepest reason.
Yeah. Yes. But if the plants makes your stress away, but how about your husband?
Oh, my poor husband. He's actually just out there.
You buy the plant with the money. So your stress move away. Your husband's stress.
Yes. Because you spend too much money for friends.
And you know what? It's funny enough, he has been amazing. Oh. And my son and my husband built me a greenhouse. So I have a greenhouse, like a wooden structured greenhouse at the side of my house that my husband and my son built for me. So I have a lot of plants in there. So he's been very supportive. He doesn't ask how much I spend. He just goes, la, la, la,
That's you should find husband like.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
not make me stress, yeah. Okay.
Is there any funny experience or if you ever had a funny experience or the unforgettable
experience
when you start join the hobbies?
Let me think if I had any. Well, an unforgettable experience was the first time I got thrips.
What?
Thrips? Do you get thrips in Indonesia? Thrips, they're a bug. It's a bug, little black bug called
Oh.
thrips.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not a nice experience. So that's probably the most memorable experience I have. Like that was not, you know, not run of the mill. So I had heard about thrips and I'd heard about, well, I knew about mealybugs. You probably know what mealybugs are, do you? Do you know what these bugs are? So mealybugs are, they tend to attack, oh, they'll attack anything, but they are typically attack succulents, but they do also attack Hoyas. But I had heard about thrips and I'm like, oh, okay, but I never got them. And I'm like, I'm never going to get thrips until I got thrips. And that was an ordeal. So I literally had to treat every plant that I owned. And at the time, I probably owned 300 plants because these things are so tiny. They're like the size of a half of an eyelash. They're tiny, tiny,
Yeah.
and they wreak havoc on your plants. So that would be my most memorable, not so nice experience. But I can't think of anything funny, but that would be my most memorable. So if you were to talk to anybody in Canada and you were to ask them what bug would they not want to get on their plants, they're going to say thrips. They are horrible. So that's, and literally when you're spraying 300 plants, it's not fun.
Oh,
So that would be,
yes.
that would probably be my best answer.
It's almost 4 years.
How
Almost
much
4 years.
you spend
Do you
money,
spend?
the most expensive when you
Yeah.
The
spend
most expensive
for
plant.
one plant?
Well,
Yeah.
Now, I won't spend too much money on plants, and that's why I like to import. So I guess because I'm older and a lot of the younger YouTubers and yeah, but because like a lot of the younger YouTubers and the younger plant collectors have spent a lot more money than I have. I've been very fortunate. And because I import, it really saves me a lot of money. So I would say I haven't spent on any single plant. Well, actually, the most expensive plant I've probably bought was the Paraiso Verde that I bought from you guys, which would be about $100. So I have been very good. I have friends who have spent up to $1,000 on one plant. I haven't done that. And this is why importing appeals to me, because I can get a beautiful plant that I love at a much more reasonable price. So I've a few plants that I would have paid about $100 for, but not too much more than that.
Yeah. So from there are lots of kind of aroid plants. What is the you think you like the most, maybe like philodendron or syngonium, maybe?
I like philodendron, but they wouldn't be my favorite. I like anthurium, but I wouldn't want too many of them. Syngonium I like. Syngonium I think have piqued my interest the most. At the moment, that's what I'm actually concentrating on. I have philodendron, I have syngonium, I have alocasia, but like I say, philodendron, I like them. Don't get me wrong. I ordered a Florida Ghost from you, and I have it here, and I like it. But like I say, my favorite plant is a Hoya, and next to that, I probably would say syngonium.
Oh yeah.
Which means syngonium is
the best.
the best.
Yes.
My favorite.
Yes.
I have my green splash here.
New syngonium. Wait up.
Syngonium red spot tricolor, ma'am.
What's that?
Yes. The syngonium red spot tricolor.
Oh yes, I heard about this. I have my green splash here. I love my green splash. I got this from you.
Oh yeah.
I love this. So this travels really nicely.
This is
This is my like.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, I like that. So that will be on my next list. That's beautiful. That's gorgeous.
The price is so fantastic, man.
You know,
amazing.
This plant is the same price with the bike. If you want this plant
with a bike,
motorcycle, the same price.
Yes.
I'm a bit shocked with the price, and because this plant I pick up myself,
right?
From the farmers, and how much for the price? And he said, 60 million. What the? This motorcycle price.
Oh, no way. So how much is that in US dollars?
in
Yes.
US dollar, or which mean around
But it can be more, ma'am.
uh, uh,
17,
more,
17.
a grand, more than grand.
Yeah. 20, 20,
20.
Yes.
Two grand,
Yeah.
2,000. If you
2,000 US dollars.
yes,
Yes.
just for this.
No way.
Why I'm shocked with the price.
Okay, well, I won't be buying that one.
So I have to put this.
Yes, you got to mind that. Lock it up.
Because
Lock that one up.
You cannot
Yeah.
see
Wow, that's expensive. I know my friend paid for, what did she buy? Let me think now. The oh gosh, philodendron. Oh my gosh, you know the Florida ghost and the one, but the other one that's all
Florida Beauty.
variegated.
Florida
The
Beauty.
Florida Beauty.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah. So I know, like months ago they were like $1,000. Now they've come down, but like say 6-7 months ago they were like $1,000.
Yes.
But now they're, I've seen them now for like, then they were like, you know, you get ones, maybe one leaf cutting for $600. Now you're seeing them for like $300-400, which is still a lot of money for one leaf plant. Crazy.
The plant is unbelievable.
Yes.
You can
Yes.
predict the plant's price, just they look like same, but
Different.
I
when
know.
you ask the
yeah.
price, and you will, huh?
I know, it's crazy, absolutely crazy.
We are also
I'd like-
sometimes, we are also sometimes surprised when we heard about the price. When we
Yes.
order the plants, it will be easily when we order this one, and when they
Yes.
count the price, oh my gosh!
Yes, yeah, I know, it's a lot of money,
Yes.
Some, like I would have, like, I mean, I have spent thousands of dollars, obviously, you know, in the process of buying my plants, and like it hasn't been an inexpensive, like it's an expensive hobby if you want to get the specialty plants, right?
Yes.
But even for some of the Hoyas now, for 1 and 2 leaf cuttings, if you know the rarer ones, you're looking at $100 to $200 just for a 1 or 2 leaf cutting. Like it's, you know, it's very expensive.
Yes.
Very expensive.
Very expensive.
But how the plants business in Canada now? We know the price is very high.
Not as much as they were. They've just started to come down a little bit now, because I think with COVID and people going back to work, people who maybe like me, I don't work, so I'm lucky. I just mind my grandson 2 days a week, so I'm at home. But people who are working now are starting to reduce their supply of plants. So they are starting to come down. I mean, they're still expensive, but not as expensive as they were.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes
But
they
definitely
go back to
importing was definitely, for me, I would not have been able to get a lot of the plants I got if I didn't import, because they were just so expensive.
Yes. Yeah, so the people now is trying to make today routine, Jamie.
Yes, and you're seeing more and more plants coming available. Now, when I ordered my Pariso Verde from you, somebody had said to me, oh, you can get them here for around that price, which you can, but they're not as nice. Like the one I got from you is so beautiful. The variegation is gorgeous on it. So I've been looking at the ones that are for sale here, and they're very green. They're not as nice as your ones. So where, you know, people are saying, oh, you can get it for that price, but you're not getting the same quality.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Actually,
So you're saying you have a farm behind you?
Yeah, farm behind me. That's a lot of Verde over there, and the leaf is kind of huge, and the variegate is nice. Because
oh yeah,
Verde is need a warm weather. That's why variegate is very nice.
Yes, mine is beautiful. Would you like me to show you?
Sure. Oh,
that's
Isn't
nice.
it beautiful?
Beautiful, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. The variegata is look.
It's gorgeous. So this is from you. You sent this to me.
Oh.
I love it.
Oh,
So
the
beautiful.
next-
So
from Indonesia
here,
to the Iris.
from Indonesia to Canada.
Yes.
This came all the way. So the ones for sale here in Canada are not as nice.
it's adopted by the Irish woman.
Yes, the Irish woman living in Canada, but isn't that just stunning?
Yeah, that's a nice varigata, right?
Varigata is very nice.
Yes. So, yeah, I love it. I'd love to come to Indonesia someday, actually. I'd love to see all the plants and,
Yes.
you know, experience the weather. Because I have, well, I worked with people, two beautiful people from Indonesia.
Yes.
And they were absolutely lovely. And I would love to go to Indonesia someday so I can see all your plants.
So you can visit our greenhouse.
You can contact
Yes.
us and I will take you around.
Oh, I would love, that's something when this COVID is all over with, maybe someday I'll come because I'd love to see it. It must be beautiful. Better as well. I can hear you better.
Yes.
Yes. Oh no, now I can't hear you again. Oh,
Nice.
I
I can't.
Importing. Yes.
Import or local? You said
Yes.
you are prefer.
Yeah. So yeah, for my wish list plants, I would import.
Oh yeah.
Unless I could pick something up locally for a good price. If I could get something locally for a good price, yes, I would. But typically, that's not the case. So typically, it's hard to find what I'm looking for at the price I can import it for. Now, with your company, which is fantastic, is that you offer free shipping over $500. So that is amazing. That makes a huge difference. And then in November, when we imported, you guys paid for the phytosanitary as well. So that was an amazing import. So I did the import with 4 other ladies. Yes, 4 other ladies, and we pooled it together. I did all the ordering, as you know, and communicating, and that was fantastic. That was definitely well worth it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking about the Christmas promo. I'm still thinking.
Okay, I can't hear you again.
How about this?
Okay, a little bit, yeah, a bit better, but it's not very loud.
How about this, ma'am?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. So we are now searching for some idea for our Christmas promo.
Yes.
Can you give us
So,
some idea?
Well, I'll tell you what I would love to be able to do in Canada, because can you see me? Is it very dark?
No, okay.
Is it very dark?
That's okay.
You look
That
stunning.
better?
No matter the light, you look stunning.
No,
So he's a charmer. So in Canada, as you know, our weather is very, very cold. And I think what I would love is that if we could get it, that we could import for a lot longer in the season than we typically can. So I have never imported this late in December. But actually today it was 5 degrees. So today would have been perfect. But I think the secret is to get the packages here without the plants dying. That's the hardest part.
Yes.
And I am so tempted. I would love to order now and see if the plants would survive, but I'm scared because our weather is so cold. Right?
Yeah.
So what I did do was because DHL are the hardest to import with.
Oh.
So what I did last time was I actually, even though it was a 4-hour round trip, I drove to Hamilton Airport the morning my plants arrived.
Yes.
And I picked my plants up from Hamilton Airport and came home with them. Now that's what I would do again. It was well worth it because I got the plants about 5 days earlier than I would have got them with DHL. So although it was an 1.5-hour drive there and an 1.5-hour drive back, it was worth it for me to do that.
Yeah,
so
that is correct.
You know, because that's the only disadvantage. It's like you guys send them, they're beautiful. They arrive in Canada, but we don't know what happens in between when they arrive in Canada and when they get to us.
Yes, that's right, ma'am. Yeah. So since the last 2 weeks, we have been shipping by using trying to ship the plants by using sparkling moss, ma'am. And
Most.
yeah, Sphagnum mouse. Yeah, by using mouse.
Yes.
Yes, as our experience shipping to Guam, it run very good. Yeah.
Guam is from the Philippines. Is under the U.S.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, I know Guam. Yes, I've heard of Guam.
Mm.
So have you shipped to Canada? Have you been shipping to Ontario recently?
This week we will ship to Canada.
Yes. Yeah. I'd like to try. I would like to try and do a shipment and see if it's successful, because I think if we could extend the shipping time, that would be a winner for everybody, because then people, because I sit here all winter like itching I want to import over the winter, but I can't because the weather is so cold. It's like, oh gosh. And then in the spring, you're like, you go crazy in the spring, but I'd love to be able to bring plants in even up to December would be nice. Like I usually stop around October, because I'm scared. But I know I don't know what you guys use, but I've seen people use styrofoam boxes.
Yes.
And they for the coldest weather, for the cold weather. So I don't know if you use styrofoam. Do you use styrofoam this time of the year?
Yes, we put the styrofoam on the package inside.
And also Dacron.
Dacron, styrofoam.
Yes. Yes.
And insulation.
And we wrap the package just like what is that called? Foil.
Oh, the foil bubble wrap.
Bubble foil.
Yes.
By using bubble foil.
Excellent. Oh, that's excellent.
That's
okay. So
cold season only we use that.
Yes, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I think I might try then and do another order and see how successful it is, because I think that's everyone in Canada is nervous of that. They're scared to ship in the cold weather. So so I'll do that and see if and you're going to get Hoyas. I saw you're going to start buying Hoyas.
Oh yes, Hoya we have some. Apa namanya? Ada berapa banyak kita?
Wait, I asked my friends. Wah, berapa Hoya kita punya, Wang? Hah? Berapa? 5. He said 5.
5.
6.
So 6. So Hoyas, I believe Hoyas, they import very well. They take the shipping better than aeroids, and they're so popular. So if I was to give you any bit of advice, I would say to get Hoyas in and go for the harder to find Hoyas, not the Carnosas, but the harder to find ones. I think we talked about it already on Instagram. Yes. So, but so that, and I know they're in Indonesia, they are beautiful. They are beautiful plants in Indonesia. So I definitely think that Hoyas would be a good investment for you, for sure. So
your chat with Maureen Instagram.
Yes.
And there's a Hoya list.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a lot of Hoya lists.
But what I did was I made up all the other exporters that I order from. I went through their lists and I picked out plants from them and I sent those names to you. Because I think you guys have a really good system. I really liked your system. I loved the communication. It was fantastic. Your English is perfect. I like the fact that you've got a website. I find that's encouraging. And your plants were beautiful. So I think you have I think your system is excellent. And I think if you really wanted to put the cherry on the cake, get some more Hoyas. And I think you would do very well with Hoyas.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome.
We're talking about the cold, the weather. Is there any special trick or any kind your trick for the tips for the cold weather?
I think at the moment it's unseasonably mild. So at the moment, there's still a good opportunity, I think, to import, provided the weather stays like this. But we can hit minus 30 degrees here. Nothing will survive that. nothing. I mean, it's just, I used to actually sell plants back in 2018. I don't do it anymore, but I used to sell plants in 2018, and I would do what like you've done. I would line the box with styrofoam. I would wrap them in the, the filling, and I would put the foil bubble wrap around them, and they'd still die. So when it's like -30, that's something that you need to impress upon your customers as well. You need to make sure your customers watch the weather, because if it's going to be even -12, 13, -30, don't ship. They won't survive.
Not just a plan. I'm gonna die also.
Yes.
We're also wondering how
yes.
is there.
Yes. Now I am in close contact with the company I import from in Thailand, and he says that they import all year round to here. I don't know how successful it is. Now the difference is, of course, they don't ship with DHL. They ship with a private courier company, and it comes into Toronto. And then I think I spoke to you about the lady Lisa she imports for Thailand. So she's very aware of how important it is to get the plants. So she'll send someone over immediately, get the plants, and get them out by UPS. So like everyone within that loop is very aware that they're shipping plants, whereas DHL is so big, you know what I mean? My plant box is the same as somebody else's box.
Yes.
So I'm not saying that DHL aren't good. They're such a big company where you're not getting possibly the specialized company dealing with the plants. Whereas Lisa, the company she works for, she knows their plants coming. She starts the process for the importing, all the paperwork. She starts it when they're on their way, so she's very on top of it. Whereas opposed to DHL are such a huge company, you just become a number with them.
Oh, her name is Lisa, right, ma'am?
Lisa, yes. So, but are you actually close to an airport?
2 hours. 2 hours from here?
No.
2 hours, okay.
2 hours.
We do send the plans to the DHL. It's only 40 minutes.
Yes.
That's to DHL. And is the airport near? Is that where the airport is?
No. Airport. It's only 45 minutes.
Bogor to the exit only 45, and Bogor to airport is 1/2.
1/2 hour.
1.5.
But in traffic, you can get maybe 3 hours, 4 hours.
I know. That's the hard part. Because I spoke to Lisa about it, and she had said that if you could get the plants to the airport, she could arrange a company, an airline, to take the plants and ship them to her, right? But you'd have to bring the plants to the airport, and if that's a long drive, that's probably a lot more work for you.
No, actually.
In Bogor, DHL Bogor in Indonesia, usually we send the packets at Monday, right?
Yes.
At Monday.
Every Monday.
And DHL says, if you send the packets before 8 p.m., the plants will directly to the airport. But if you send the plants up from 8 p.m., so the plant is hold until tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the plants arrived quickly because I picked the plants up on Thursday. So you sent them on Monday. They arrived in Canada Thursday morning. Yes. And then I drove to Hamilton and I got them the same day. And then I came home. So, but the problem with DHL, they take so long to get the paperwork and everything done. It can add another 4 or 5 days. Now, I'm not saying that the plants can't handle it. They can. I got the first 2 plants that you sent. Remember, you sent me 2 plants for free. Yes. They died back, but they came back. So I'm not saying that you can't do that. You certainly can. But it's just the waiting process for DHL can be a little bit, complicated. And so if they arrive on Thursday, they don't work Saturday and Sunday. So Thursday they'll send you you send them the paperwork, they won't release them till the Monday or Tuesday the following week.
Oh,
That's the problem.
Yeah,
right?
that's the problem. Yeah.
So yeah, so in the spring and in the fall, that's fantastic. There's no problem because it's not too hot and it's not too cold, right? So in the spring, it's, you know, the plants can usually handle it, but in the winter, it can be a bit risky. So for me, I know if I'm getting from you again, I'm just going to drive to Hamilton. It's worth it for me to do that because, you know, I love my plants, but not everybody would want to do that. You know,
So we need to sacrifice
To get the plants,
to
yeah.
get the plant, right?
Directly
Yes,
get the
yeah.
plants.
yeah. So did you want to ask me something else, or had you more questions?
Okay, maybe it's maybe the last
Yes.
question is what is your hope about in this business plan, about the importing plan, about the plants? What is your hope in the future?
In the future, well, I'm actually now. I have some unicorn plants that I, you know, like really special plants. That's now what I'm focusing on, plants that I really love. So now I'm going to just concentrate on, like before I would just import loads. When I'd go looking, I'll get that. And it wouldn't be because I really wanted the plants, but now I am focusing on what I want. And my hope is that I will get all my beautiful plants that I want. The green Syngonium Splash was that was a wish list plant. The Priso Verde was a wish list plant. So my hope now is that I will get all the plants that I really want in the future. And that's my goal for the future.
Okay.
So do you think this kind of trend can extend in the future, ma'am?
Can it go in the winter? I think if you package them correctly and they get processed quickly, I think it could work. So I know Lisa said that they definitely imported up to December last year, which is that's a big window compared to, it used to end in October, always October.
Oh.
So I think with the right packaging, with the right shipping, and somebody who's going to handle them quickly and get them out, I think it could definitely work. I love importing so much that I want to help you so that I can buy more plants.
One more time.
Okay, Gronya, thank you for your time, for your having here in our channel, and
yes,
to our subscribers also subscribe.
Thank you, and likewise. I will share it. I will share your video on my channel as well.
Wow.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay,
no
Gronya,
problem.
once again, thank you for your time, for your
No problem.
hospitality and everything. And we hope we still continue our relationship.
Supporting you.
Yeah, supporting each other.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And, you know,
I'm really sorry for disturbing you. It's time for sleep, right?
Not at all. Okay. That's no problem at all. It's my pleasure. Okay, guys, it's lovely to see you in person, and I'll be chatting to you soon.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much.
Bye, Gronya.
Bye. Take care.
Take
Bye.
care.